How much time and energy do we spend looking back, regretting past mistakes, blaming circumstances, wishing things had been different? If you're feeling stuck, frustrated, like success keeps slipping through your fingers, then let's dive in. What if I told you the moment you stop blaming your situation, yourself, or others is the moment you take back control? Moving forward, getting unstuck, it isn't about fault, it's about taking responsibility. And today we're going to shift from blame and regret to ownership, because that's the key to you being back in control of your life again. And the truth is, no one is coming to save you. No situation is going to magically change. The power to move forward, to write your future from this point on, it is really in your hands. Guys, I learned this the hard way. Almost a decade ago, I went into starting my own business, creating organic cat and dog food. I had saved up the money to launch everything. I had meticulously planned it out for almost 2 years, and I went all in. After a year of working incredibly hard, it still wasn't showing any profit. I barely had enough money left to pay bills and living expenses. I was so anxious. I was so stressed. I couldn't sleep. I was scared. I felt really embarrassed. I didn't reach out for any help at all. Instead, I decided to totally close the business down. I sold my house. I sold the equipment for the business. And I moved back to Dubai to a safe and very secure science teaching job in a highly academic private school. And for the next several years after that, I lived with regret, with frustration, self-loathing. I felt like a complete failure. I wish I'd never attempted to do any of it. And at the same time, I regretted not having stuck at it longer. Eventually, I did learn to let go, to stop blaming myself, to stop regretting that I ever started the business in the first place. How? I became really focused on the present moment. I started planning the future I wanted to create. I put all of my energy into the now and into how I was going to achieve new goals. And when you're so focused in the present moment, there's no room for blame and regret. And it was only at this point I let go of all the baggage dragging behind me, and I started over. And honestly, there is not a day goes by that I'm not grateful for the experience. Rather than a regret, I remember now the experience as a test of resilience, a test of being able to climb out of a hole and bounce back. Because if I was still allowing my past decisions, my regrets, to stop me from taking risks now, from trying new things now, then that means I've given up. Essentially, I've completely stopped growing. So over to you now. Maybe the reason you're not achieving what you want is because you're making excuses, blaming yourself, perhaps blaming someone or something else for why you're not taking action to move yourself forward. But really, see this as your wake-up call. It's time to stop blaming and take responsibility for where you're at right here, right now. How many times have you looked at your life and asked, why am I stuck? Why can't I move forward? Why does success seem so far away? And unfortunately, these are the easiest questions to answer, because when you're out with your friends, you can list off a dozen reasons. Oh, I just don't have enough time right now. Don't have the funds. Don't know where to start. I haven't got the resources. I'm really not feeling motivated. Look, I'll do it once I move house. I'll do it once I lose weight. And the worst part, the more we repeat these excuses, the more we believe them. But they're not legitimate reasons. They're roadblocks we put in our own way, because the situation, it'll never be perfect to move forward with anything. The only thing stopping you is you. Even when circumstances change, even when you get the time, the money, the opportunity, you might still choose to do something else. Why? Because deep down It was never about external factors. So who's really in control of your life? Other people, the environment, or maybe that voice in your head that tells you, the timing just isn't quite right. If you're not making conscious choices to move yourself forward towards what you want, but instead you're focusing on what's holding you back, then who or what is controlling your life? When you finally take responsibility for where you are, you take back your control. But if you keep on blaming other people, other circumstances, you are at their mercy. And if you're waiting for someone else to change or for life to magically align in your favor, you could be waiting a very long time. So instead of asking why you can't move forward, start asking, how can I grow? What can I do to change? What do I need to learn to move forward? Yes, you may have challenges, limited time, limited funds, but you work with what you have. You make a plan based on current reality, not some perfect future scenario that may never come. Because here's the secret: the moment you take control of your entire future. And when you change your mindset, when you take full ownership of your life, your struggles, your doubts, your fears, they will not stand a chance. You are not too old, my friend. You are not out of time. You are not past your prime. Your future isn't behind you. It's right here, waiting for you to claim it. Your dreams, they still matter. Your goals, they are still within reach. And your power, it has never left you. So today, right now, I challenge you. Wash your hands of self-doubt. Wipe away the excuses. Let go of the regret. Drop the blame. Stand in your power. Own your future, because the life you want, the one you're dreaming about, it's waiting for you. And the only question is, are you ready to let go of fault, blame, regret, and go and claim it?